Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. So today's video is going to be all about disappointing products. I have 10 different products here to share with you guys that did not work well for me. Some of the products are okay, but the color didn't work for me. And honestly, some of the products are just bad products. You guys know I love chatting about my favorites. They're like favorites videos and like products I love are my favorite videos to film. But sometimes products just don't work for you, and I declutter a lot of them, but if I remember, I'll save them for a video like this so I can kind of chat about them and recommend products to stay away from. So before I jump into it, make sure you leave me a comment below letting me know which products did not work for you guys, especially if they are like newer products or hyped up products, because I want to know what I should stay away from as well. So let's jump into it and I'll show you guys what I have. Okay, I have been trying to like this first product for so long, but I just cannot like it. I hate it. I don't know what it is about certain products that have like this weird hold on me where I want to like them and I try them over and over and over and I just don't like them, but I keep trying to force myself to like them. Do you guys have that problem with any products? I used to do that with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and eventually I was like, I don't like this product, I have to declutter it. It's kind of the same case with this product. So it is the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation. I have the shade Light. It's supposed to be a full coverage, anti-aging, hydrating powder foundation. A lot of you guys told me to try this after I filmed a video saying I did not like the powder foundation that came in the white compact. So some of you thought I might like this one, and you guys, I wanted to like it so much, but I just don't like it. It is probably my least favorite powder that I've tried in a long time. So I just recently tried the Pure Cosmetics powder foundation, and that is what a powder foundation should be. This one does not compare at all, so I would recommend skipping this one and going for that one. I think that one might be a little bit more affordable, but this powder foundation provides no coverage on its own. Like, I've tried buffing it into my skin, I've tried stippling it, I've used a beauty blender. No matter what I do, I can't get good coverage out of this when I wear it on its own. It also doesn't do a whole lot for me on top of foundation. It looks okay when I wear it, but my skin gets really oily throughout the day when I put this on top. So in general, I just don't find it to be that impressive. So I regret buying this next product. I wish I had saved my money and bought something else from the brand, which I'll talk about in a second, but it is the Becca Cosmetics Sunchaser palette. It is a bronze, blush, and highlight palette. The reason I bought it is because it had opal, and I used to have opal, but mine shattered. So I thought it was a good value because you do get opal and then you get a blush and a bronzer, and honestly, I will never go through like an entire pan of opal on its own. So it is a good value. I think it's something like a $66 value for, I want to say $36. So you do get like a good amount of product in here. But to be honest with you guys, this bronzer is way too dark for my skin tone. So if you have a medium or tan skin tone, it might work well for you. But for me, it's just way too dark. You can use it as an eyeshadow, but as a bronzer, it's not ideal. The blush is really pretty, but it's not like my go-to color. So it's kind of my own fault that I don't like this product because the bronzer and the blush just aren't ideal for my skin tone. Opal is really beautiful. I love that highlighter, but for like a couple more dollars, I could have just had opal. And like I said, I feel like an entire pan of opal would last forever, and I always shatter them. They tend to shatter on me, so I wish I had saved my money and spent like $10 extra and bought the Chrissy Teigen Becca collaboration, because I did feature that in an anti-haul, but I feel like I would have gotten more use out of that than I do out of this one, because really I only use like the highlighter. I do regret buying it. I don't think it's a bad value if you think you will wear all three of these colors, but don't just buy it for opal, and don't just buy it because it's Becca Cosmetics. Buy it if you think the shades will work for you. So I have two concealers that did not work for me at all. The first one is from Physicians Formula. It's the #InstaReady Full Coverage Concealer. I wanted to like this because I love Physicians Formula. They're one of my favorite brands. First of all, the packaging is just not ideal. It comes in this pump tube, and I've never used a concealer like that. You pump out way too much concealer because honestly, a very small amount of this concealer goes a very long way, and so much comes out even when you only try to get a small amount. So you end up wasting a lot of the product, which is the first con. The second con is that it creases horribly. I struggle with under eye creasing because I have pretty prominent under eye wrinkles, so basically any concealer I use will crease on me except for like a few select concealers. So I am a little bit of a harsh critic when it comes to creasing. So I mean, it might work for you if you don't struggle with under eye wrinkles, but on me the creasing was terrible. It was like the worst concealer that I've tried as far as creasing goes. The third con is that the fair shade is dark. It was way too dark for me. So if you have a lighter skin tone than I do, the lightest shade is not going to work for you. So there were just too many things working against this concealer. The texture was interesting. It was like really soft and moussey. So if you struggle with dry under eyes, maybe it will be a good option for you. But otherwise, I just don't think this was a good product, and I was disappointed because I had high hopes for it. The next concealer I have talked about in a few videos, but I just do not like it, and I'm disappointed again because I love the brand. It's from Kat Von D. It's the Lock-It Concealer Creme, and I have the shade L5 Neutral. I did do a video comparing 5 high-end concealers, and I talked about my favorites. This one was definitely my least favorite. I think it will work for some people, but it didn't work for me. Again, it just creased horribly under my eyes, but I liked the formula. If it just stayed in place and it didn't crease, it might be one of my favorites. I really like the doe foot applicator because it's kind of shaped like a triangle and it's angled so you can get a really precise application. But the second I apply it, it starts creasing on me. It's very hydrating, it's very full coverage. It's kind of like the Tarte Shape Tape, but a little bit more hydrating, so it might be a good option for you. They actually do have a really good color range as well, so if that's something you're interested in, maybe check it out. But if you struggle with concealers creasing on you, this one is not going to be the one to grab. Okay, let's talk about some bronzer. So I am going to declutter Benefit's Hoola Lite because I just don't like it. I bought this before I decided to go cruelty-free, and Benefit is not cruelty-free, but I do like the original Hoola bronzer. It's a little bit dark for me, so I thought maybe this one would be ideal, but this is kind of like a strange color. It's almost too light for my skin tone, so if you have a very fair or very pale skin tone, this might be a great option for you. For me personally, it was a little bit too light, and I found that it didn't really perform as well as the original Hoola bronzer. I feel like it wasn't as pigmented, it wasn't as blendable, and it has a very strong perfume scent to it that the original one doesn't have, or at least that mine doesn't have because I've had it for a while. I just really didn't like it that much, and it's almost brand new, so I figured I would pass it along to somebody else who might be able to enjoy it more, and I just wouldn't really recommend it unless you have a very fair skin tone and you can't really find a bronzer that will work well for you, and a lot of bronzers have orange undertones. It might work for you, but I just feel like the formula is not the same as the original Hoola, so just keep that in mind. The Laura Geller Blush-n-Brighten in the shade Honey Dipped did not work for me. It is way too dark for my skin tone. Unless you have like a medium or tan, maybe deep skin tone, this would work well for you, but if you have a fair to light, even like light medium skin tone, I feel like it's going to be way too dark as a blush. It's very shimmery as well, so it's really intense on the face, and if you have a darker skin tone, it could be gorgeous on you. I love the formula of these products. They have some gorgeous colors, some really pretty, shimmery, intense blushes that I love, but this one did not work for me. Again, it's more so like a shade thing than an actual product quality thing, so just keep that in mind. This color, not ideal if you have a lighter skin tone though. Another product that I just would not recommend if you have a fair to light skin tone is the Wet n Wild MegaGlo Highlighting Powder in the shade Crown of my Canopy. I really like this highlighter. I have the lighter gold one as well, and that one works great. And if you have like a darker skin tone, this would look so pretty on you. But if you have a lighter skin tone like me, stay away from it. It looks so strange on my skin tone. It was just way too dark. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this. Like, a lot of times I buy products because they're so hyped up online and they just don't work for my skin tone. So I feel like this video is like a lesson to me to pay attention to whether or not the product will work for my skin tone, because obviously not everything is suited for all skin tones. So it's a good, thing to keep in mind. Just because everybody's talking about it doesn't mean it will work for you personally. But this product is really, really great. If the color will work for you, I would recommend it. But again, if just be careful. Just be like mindful when you're buying it if it will actually look good on your skin. And then I have two eyeliners. The first one is the long-lasting precision eye marker by the brand Nuance by Salma Hyaek. They actually sent me a bunch of products a while ago, and I feel bad in the sense that I haven't really mentioned any of the products I liked, but I haven't really found a lot of products from the brand. Even though they sent them to me, I want to be honest with you guys, this product did not work well, and I hate to bash the brand because, I'm sure they're doing their best, but it was such a bad eyeliner. It smeared all over the place. It just did not stay in place at all for me. If your eyelids aren't oily or your eyes don't water, maybe it will work for you, but there are just so many better options that I would recommend skipping this one. The other one is from Essence Cosmetics. It is their eyeliner pen, and it is the waterproof version. I actually liked this for a while, but I noticed when summer rolled around, it started smearing on me. I don't know if it was just because it was hot out or, I'd never really noticed it in the past, but it just kind of moved down on my list. It's not a terrible product, but it would kind of wear off in my inner corners and then my winged liner, because because I do have like really watery, easily irritated eyes. So it just didn't stay in place as well as a lot of my other eyeliner pens. So I would not recommend this one. It's only a few dollars. So if you don't struggle with like watery eyes or oily eyelids, I don't think it's a horrible option. I think it's an okay option because it is affordable. But I would recommend just spending a few extra dollars and getting something like the Physicians Formula eyeliner. The M Cosmetics one is my new favorite. It is so good. And that's like a middle of the road price point. It's cheaper than like the Kat Von D, but more expensive than, well, it might be like around the same price as Physicians Formula. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it is a really good option. That one is my current favorite. So save yourself the money and just, you know, spend a few extra dollars to get something really, really good. Also, it kind of like ran out a lot quicker than, you know, some of my other eyeliner pens. So I didn't like it. Okay guys, so that is the end of my video. Those were all of my disappointing products this time around. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely want to hear from you, so don't forget to let me know in the comments below which products were disappointing to you so I can avoid them. Otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.